No, I don't want that. Like, here we go. I think this phone camera is like messed up. There's like I don't even know. Like when I turn it certain ways, it just seems like there's like a smudge that's illuminated, and I hate it. And I don't know if it's my screen. I don't know if it's a camera. It's something. I need to clear my throat. I just ate breakfast. Yum. Eggs, skyr, cheese, banana, dates, and blueberries. Peak. That's honestly kind of what I normally eat. Honestly, too, oh my goodness. Every time I film one of these, I actually kind of forget what I'm even doing here. Like, even now, it's like, what is it all for? I will admit, part of this whole project is chasing the high of dopamine receptor upregulation, where, yeah, I am just kind of waiting for everything to feel novel again, everything to feel exciting again, so that my feelings kind of just push me towards doing everything that I wanted to do. But it seems like, for the most part, I've actually been working the inverse, where oftentimes I actually feel numb. I don't feel like doing anything, and I oddly feel driven to do nothing at times. And so I feel like I was seeking learning the resistance to the pull towards good things, like stimulation. That's what I was really hoping to train, is that, okay, everything's gonna feel novel again. Let's practice not getting carried away with this hype feeling that, okay, now everything feels good. Let's just go drown in stimulation again. No, I'm not trying to do that. But I did want to learn how to, like, avoid or, like, control myself in that situation. But now it's more, okay, now you don't feel like you want to do anything. You want to sit there and do nothing for prolonged periods of time. And actually, I've actually gotten really comfortable with just sitting and doing nothing. I failed to keep track of my screen time for what I did every day, but I know for certain that I do have a logbook of, not a logbook, but like a calendar, a time tracker of everything I've done throughout the days. There's some gaps in there, but for stuff like going to the bathroom, walking around, going from point A to point B in like 5 minutes, I'm not gonna say what I did if it's kind of like a blur, if it's nothing important. But every time, like, I do try to stay honest and say every time I slipped up on something I didn't want to admit I did. Like, there's a lot of ChatGPT usage, searching up things for novelty's sake that I didn't really need to know. Like, there's been like a few articles, because I use Microsoft Edge because I'm lazy. I don't care to use Chrome sometimes. And there's like articles like, today even I read this one. It's like 15 most hated anime characters. I was like, I'll scroll through this. Or 15 animes with no manga. I was like, I'll look through this, see what's good, see what I can watch when I've returned to novelty. And it's pointless. It's like really pointless stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, you get your little inch of novelty right now, and it's just, nothing is setting me back. The good thing I can admit, though, is I don't believe any of these things are setting me back. They are inhibiting growth, but they're not like pulling me back in the other direction. I think if I were to be pulled back, it would have to be several days, like maybe 2 days straight of just like straight gaming. Like if I were to re-download League or something and league marathon. I don't even want to think of that. Hot take, I think League's a great game to get angry at, but other than that, I don't know. I used to play it like it was Call of Duty, just go for kills, but yeah, it's been like 2-3 years. What else is there to this thing? Oh, but yeah, in this kind of state of not feeling motivated exactly to do anything, it's also kind of fun because then it's like, okay, if I'm not gonna feel like doing anything and whatever I do is gonna feel like numbing regardless, I'm gonna actually kind of do the things I want to do. So thankfully I have this online class, and it's the only thing I can really like, it's structure outside of my own parameters. So basically I have to follow its deadlines or else I lose points. So it's a class in the New Testament. It's been going really well. I've surprisingly haven't needed ChatGPT for class at all. I actually went through the entire, not the entire textbook, but I do all the readings and then I just take notes as I go and then I do the quiz. It's literally multiple choice. Like, it's so easy to cheat. And I was like, you know what? But what if I didn't cheat? What if I'm purely authentic with this whole thing and I just like do it like for real, like how it was meant to be done? It's actually kind of enjoyable. I like what I'm learning, and it's like historical and theological like perspectives of like New Testament, like what's written, like what's just everything that's there, like who are the authors, how legitimate are the sources, how certain are we that church tradition really like accurately pinpointed these authors, or is it just like, are they just known to be faulty? It's cool stuff. I like it. But yeah, as soon as that's over, I really want to go just like balls to the wall, like, is that the right expression? I don't even know. With just this online course on Coursera. And the fun part about Coursera is it's, instead of it being deadlines, it's you pay more if you take your time. So if I do the course faster, I get to pay less, which is awesome. But see, the fun part is then I would only have about 9-10 days left of my break before I go back to main classes at college. And so I would basically have this beginning period where it's like, okay, here I can just lock in on this one class, but then college is going to come and I'm going to be trying to balance this online class on my own with 18 credits, 6 classes, 18 credits, and then all the extracurriculars I do. So yeah, if my meditation work doesn't pay off here, I'm going to drown and I'm going to die. Maybe. So I feel like for the rest of this, I think the plan is I'm trying to reap the passive gains for prefrontal cortex training from the textbook reading I do, because that's sustained focused attention plus active recall with the quizzes. And even if it isn't exactly like the hard active recall of like, okay, you read this, now what did you learn? It's like, it's kind of like, okay, well, I remember where it was in the book, so I can just go back there. And it's like lighter work. It's like, I'm not lifting 225 on bench. It's like I'm lifting 135. I'm not going crazy. I'm like, reps. I don't like how much I'm saying I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Yeah, it's just reap prefrontal cortex gains from meditation. And so part of me just like honestly too is giving up on the rebound of just everything's gonna feel novel again. I know it's gonna happen, but it's just taking me too long. It's pissing me off. So we're taking, I think I mentioned taking cold showers to like get that kind of feeling again, but even that is like limited in what it could actually give. But yeah, no, the core premise is just keep meditating until I'm like so mentally strong. It's literally like I'm on Adderall without the drug. And that's kind of what this whole entertainment fasting thing I started was like based upon. I probably mentioned this in a previous video, but I watched this Andrew Huberman short about this guy who he did no screens for 2 weeks and was able to get a job, get a girlfriend, get off Adderall. And I just found that to be like, wow, you know, if that's all it takes, just 2 weeks and I can be a beast, like, sign me up. But as you know, we're not there yet. I've been there once. Didn't know how to control the pull to stimulation when it was fresh again. So I could probably make a whole video of like a timeline of like every entertainment fast I've done in the past, and then explain where it went wrong, or explain what I could have done better, or like what I did during each one, and how I presume it affected me. This one, because I've been forceful in recovery, of course, a lot of just sitting around and a lot of learning to be content with nothing, with less, and it definitely is killing any perfectionism I really had, because now it's like, okay, not every day is going to be perfect, not every day is going to be perfectly productive, and that's fine. I forgot my original point. Dude, I thought I was done being schizo, but can't win them all. I'll get there soon. I'll be on track soon. I feel like mostly now I'm just rambling because there's been such a lack of content in this whole project for the last like few days, like 2 weeks maybe, because it went from day 5 to day 17. Like, what did bro do in that time? And I'll be honest with you, I have the documented time blocks that I did, but to be fully honest with you, I kind of barely even remember when I did. I just know it got to a point where I did crochet all that bit, and then I was slowly able to read, and I was just like, okay, a little more reading each day, until I hit this like burnout point, and then I can't do anything because I feel fried. Actually, I would even argue that a week ago, I started to feel like at 4 p.m. was like a cutoff where it's like, okay, past 4 p.m., I just go numb. I don't feel good about anything, and I question my life's choices. Now that cutoff's about 7 p.m., and I'm just starting to wonder, like, okay, is the cutoff going to get later and later and later until I can actually stay awake till 11 and be like, huh, you know, maybe life isn't that bad? Because sometimes, I don't know, I just be wondering, like, why am I even, like, doing this to myself? But I just gotta keep reminding myself the gains, bro, the potential gains. It's like so much potential for gains, and just making life so much easier once I've trained myself to not only be comfortable with less, but to be able to do more when I don't feel like doing it, and then being able to control myself when I feel like doing too much. Because in that doing too much is what can lead to burnout. And that burnout, kind of how I got here. But there's more to it. I don't know if I've explained everything perfectly. I don't know if I ever will end up doing it, because I'm going to keep forgetting what I said. But I think it's now a good time to stop rambling. And that's my bit.